Hey, good morning and happy Friday. Are you as excited as I am about the weekend? Are you? Because I am super excited. Have a lot to do. Have to continue with some of that holiday shopping over the weekend. A lot of holiday events going on with my family and different organizations that I'm in. So I am ready to go. So we have a lot to talk about today. Welcome to Breakfast with Bridgett. She is on vacation right now. So I am filling in Crystal Moyer, your New Six Morning anchor, and of course your New Six Insider Guide. If you're an insider, I'm so happy for you. We'll talk about that later on because we have a ton of contests going on, giving away free stuff, including some cash money. So you'll want to stick around for those details. So first, we're going to talk about the continuing, roller coaster of temperatures going on. Then we're going to talk about the angel tree. It's something we've been talking about for months now. A lot of you have made a donation through our phone bank, even adopted an angel from a tree, returned those gifts. Well, it is finally time to gather all of those gifts and give them to those families during distribution day. So we're going to talk to our reporter, Ezzy Castro, who's very close with the Salvation Army and that particular event. She's very active with it to tell us a little bit about distribution day. We're also going to talk about some football championships because we have a local football team, high school football team, that just won a championship. And then we have one that's being played tonight out of Brevard County. So we're going to talk a little bit about that and about some of the fun and the pep rally surrounding that football game. And then also we're going to talk about the Falcon Heavy because they're launching a really interesting shuttle-like plane into space. So we'll talk about that as well. And, some sad news, a Brevard family out of a home after their home caught fire, but the community is rallying around to help them out this holiday season. We've got a health alert involving cantaloupes. And then, of course, we're going to talk about some of them freebies for New Six Insiders. So hopefully you will sign up and enter for your chance to win free tickets, free money, all kinds of awesome things. So first, we're going to bring in meteorologist Candace Campos because we're going to talk about those roller coaster temperatures. But I was talking to her earlier this morning, and Candace, you have an elf on the shelf who showed up at the house, Peppermint.
Yes,
And
peppermint.
she got a little crazy.
Well, and I told her to chill out because she was getting a little too mischievous. She had teepeed one of our bathrooms. She created a shoo train, like a choo-choo train, but out of shoes. And so yesterday I told her she needed to chill out with the mischievous, attitude. So she sat in the fridge. I think she took it literally, unfortunately. But
But she had a blanket, right? She
she
was
did.
wrapped
She had a
up.
little blanket. And then today, what did my girls just tell me? Oh, she was sitting on the dining room table with markers, asking to take an Elfie.
Oh,
She wanted them to draw a picture of her, like a portrait.
well, that's
How cute
cute.
is that?
I'm sure they're going to come up with some masterpieces.
Oh my God, they already have, and they're probably already running late. So thank you, Peppermint, for adding another thing to the to-do list for getting out the door.
Yeah, but for the weather, though, not cooling
Yes.
down, actually warming up.
Yeah, and we are going to continue to warm up. We're in the 70s today, and then we're going to go into the 80s Saturday and Sunday. It's interesting because our wake up temperatures this morning are going to be warmer than our highs Monday. So it's going to
Wow.
be that teeter totter. So get ready for it. Every day, the next 3-4 days, you'll have a different wardrobe. So
Got it.
obviously,
So
it's
keep
going to
all
be
of the winter stuff out and keep some of the, fall and summer gear out too.
and the rain gear,
Okay.
right? A little mixed bag
A
for
little bit of
everyone. So let's take
everything.
it to the maps. Let's tell you what we're talking about here. It is warming up fast as we head into your Friday afternoon, Saturday as well. But Saturday and Sunday, we're back into the 80s, folks, all ahead of our next cold front that will be bringing in some rain and storms in the forecast. But once it clears come Monday, whew, dropping like a rock. We're talking almost a 20-degree drop between Sunday and Monday. So your temperatures, though, right now, if you're walking out the door, or in my case, it was running out the door, 51 will be your high in Palm Coast, 55 in Kissimmee, same in Cocoa Beach, 54 in New Smyrna Beach. So as we take you here hour by hour, we are going to add a little more cloud cover. Our winds are out of the east, and that tends to pick up a little more moisture off the ocean, bring it into Central Florida. So that moisture, for the most part, will be coming in the way of cloud cover, but there will also be a slight chance of seeing a few of those spotty showers. So coverage for today sits about 20%. You can see it all depends on where you'll be, maybe a 10% chance there along the coastline as well. For tonight's forecast, a lot of people love to be out and about. There's a lot of Christmas parades, a lot of neighborhoods do little block parties at night with all the Christmas lights. The weather will cooperate tonight as well as tomorrow night if you have some outdoor plans, but it won't be as chilly as it has been in previous mornings. So here comes those changes. Big ridge of high pressure pushing out towards the Atlantic, giving way for that front to come in across the deep south. So by Saturday afternoon, we're still looking relatively dry. Again, can't rule out the chance of a spotty shower, but more the widespread shot for rain. Even a few embedded thunderstorms will arrive more Sunday afternoon and into the evening hours. It looks like it will be approaching central Florida later on Sunday evening, pushing through overnight. The good news is, compared to what the forecasts were calling for earlier this week, we are kind of backing off the severe weather threat a little bit. So a lot of the real forcing ingredients won't be as obvious. So that's certainly some good news. But once that front pushes out, cold air rushes in and highs are going to be staying in the 60s on Monday. So here are your rain chances for Sunday. It is a big bump in those rain chances compared to what we typically see on a day-to-day December forecast. So you can see rain chances do go up to about a 40, 60, even to 70% chance of rain across Central Florida on Sunday. So if you have outdoor plans or outdoor parties, Sunday morning shouldn't be too bad. It's the second half of your Sunday that will get a little more dicey. But look at your highs. Remember what we were waking up to this morning? We were waking up in the 50s and 60s. Our
Mm-hmm.
highs are going to be in the 60s on Monday. So that's a big drop because Sunday will be in the 80s. So again, that 20 degree drop. The breeze will continue to stick around throughout most of next week. It will be a nice start to next week as well as we start getting closer to the holiday season. You know what says holiday season here in the weather department?
What?
This right here.
Oh, the tin of cookies.
Hey, yeah.
I love it. I love it.
So I'm going to ask you this question. If
What?
Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells left this box of chocolate cookies, that means that we all can pick from it, right?
Girl, it is a free for all at this point. If you leave anything
Which one
out
should
in
I
the
pick?
newsroom, what's your favorite kind on
I'm a
there?
sucker for the chocolate and shortbread. So I'll leave you some.
Good.
So
Yeah, I'll be back there in a few.
okay, well hurry up because I'm eating them all. So
Breakfast of
in
champions.
well, it is breakfast with Bridgett.
There we
It's gonna be
go.
croissants with Crystal.
Croissant cookies with crystal.
Cookies with Crystal. You're
There
welcome.
we go.
We'll start that at 11. No, don't tell the bosses that. We're not.
Well, thank you so much, meteorologist Candace Campos. Of course, she'll
You're
be doing
welcome.
some cut-ins during the newscast if you're watching News 6, and then she'll be back at noon with her full pinpoint weather forecast. So we'll see you later. Thank you.
And then Michelle will be in tomorrow.
Awesome. All right. So we've got the whole meteorologist crew this week. You know, a lot of people are on vacation, kind of changing their schedules around. So we're seeing a lot of different faces and different times. All right. So this is an organization that's been near and dear to our hearts here at News 6. For many, many years, we've been partnering with the Salvation Army to support their Angel Tree program. And during the holidays, I think gift giving is something a lot of us take for granted because a lot of us, you know, we wake up on Christmas Day, we expect some gifts under the tree, but some families, they can't afford that or their Christmas is a little bit different. So this program gives them an opportunity to experience what a lot of other people experience in helping families out financially. So I'm bringing in News 6 reporter Ezzy Castro because she's very active. She's been speaking with a lot of families who benefit from the Angel Tree over the years. And of course, Captain Ken Chapman, who runs the Salvation Army program. So tell me a little bit about how you feel talking to families and being a part of this Angel Tree program through News 6.
Well, good morning, Crystal. Thank you guys for having me today. Every year it's different, right? You meet different families. It's a different circumstance. The last few years we were dealing with the pandemic, so we saw a lot of families that were really affected by this. This year was pretty interesting because I did meet a family that migrated to the States from Venezuela. And so, and here's the thing, at first, all I was told was that I was going to meet this family of six. We got six children, two adults, mom and dad, and that they were homeless. They had been living from hotel to hotel. And so that's all I knew. But when I met the family in person and the dad starts talking to me in Spanish and he starts telling me, hey, we actually came here from Venezuela. We migrated, crossed the all of Central America, the Mexican border and into the States just to get here and reach the American dream. So it kind of changed definitely the perspective of the story real quick, because this man was very emotional sharing that story, sharing the story of survival, Crystal, because this family really did go through a lot. They were even attacked by cartel groups in Mexico trying to cross the border
Mm,
here.
mm,
So you can just kind of imagine what the feeling was like interviewing them, what the vibe was at that time. But overall, this family, the good news is they're finally housed. They're renting a home in Kissimmee, and this is going to be the first Christmas in a very long time. I would say a normal Christmas for them for a while. And this is with them receiving help from the Salvation Army through the Angel Tree program, because they do have 6 kids. Their oldest is 18, their youngest only 8 months old.
wow.
And all of their kids were there that day that I interviewed them. And they were
Hmm.
just, very quiet, very respectful. And I felt like they kind of, they're not taking this for granted, because these folks, they come here and all they're trying to do is just make ends meet. And the
Yeah.
dad said, I'm working really hard so that my kids can have a future here, because the whole point of coming here is for them.
Mm,
So it's just very emotional. And as for me, my family were immigrants too, so I relate to that as well. They didn't go through necessarily the same thing that this family did, but you feel for them. And I again it just the stories change. You have, you imagine one story, and then
yeah.
you get to know this person, and then you say, oh, there's a bigger story than just receiving gifts this year.
And that's something I want
Definitely
to
that was
talk
one of
to you
these
about.
cases.
Ezzy, you've been covering this year after year. Every family has a
Yeah.
different story, a different situation, but a lot of people just see your reports on TV. And working with you as
Hmm.
a colleague, I see what
Yeah.
happens behind the scenes. And every
Yeah.
year, one thing that I really respect about you, you're not just out here, of course, you're a journalist, you're doing your job, but during
Yeah.
distribution day, when you have all these gifts out there, we have volunteers, families are coming to pick up their angel tree gifts. You are actively helping. You are speaking with
Yeah.
these families. And how do you feel? Because a lot of times I talk to you and you're getting really emotional, especially during
Yeah.
distribution day when you're seeing the reaction from families. So tell me your motivation behind getting more active and hands on during distribution day and why it's so emotional for you during this time.
I think it's emotional. I think now more than ever, because as you know, and I always brag about this, I'm a new mom. So, to see like the family I interviewed, they're 8 month old, and see that, they were using clothes, used shoes, used clothes. You put yourself in that position, and you say, wow, I'm very fortunate to have what I have.
Mm-hmm.
And that can mean having a car, having this job that I have today, having a home, because you sit there and you listen to these families, and all that goes through your mind, all of it. And so I do put myself in that, in those shoes. And all I want to do that day, apart from just, sharing the great news of giving back, but I also want to do my part and help out. And the Salvation Army, they've opened their arms to us, I would say each and one of us,
Oh, yeah.
in the sense of like, we can be human, we can give back, we can help, and at the same time do our jobs as well. And so I think it's this time of year, it's my favorite time of year, because I
Yeah.
get to do that. I get to do both. I get to do my job, but at the same time, I get to meet these families and be me, be the
Mm-hmm.
human that I am.
And
So,
that's the type of person you are. That's why I respect you
yeah.
so much. And
Oh,
I love to see
Crystal.
you out there. Even when you were pregnant, I
Yeah.
remember you carrying packages and
Yeah.
speaking with
You
families.
remember
And
that last year?
yes, I was like, you need to put that bag down, Ezzy. Eliza's coming.
I know. I was gonna carry a bike. No, don't do that. No, I wasn't gonna carry a bicycle, but I did help. Yeah, I helped out in little by little last year, but
Yeah.
definitely this year. Yeah, I mean, and not just me. I mean, you were out there as well. I mean, all of us are out there, and I think it really is an event that is very close to our hearts, as it is
Mm-hmm.
every year, and it just becomes better and better. And you just, Central Florida, you come through and through, you get results for these families. It's all because of you guys, the viewers and
Yeah, let's
everybody
talk about
involved.
some of those results, Ezzy, because we had a phone
Yeah.
bank at the end of November for what
Mm-hmm.
we call forgotten angels. The angels go on a tree, and a
Yeah.
lot of times they're not adopted off the tree or their gifts don't make it back. So that means Salvation Army
Yeah.
has to go out and purchase some of those gifts. But thanks to you, our viewers, and many of our sponsors and private donations, we raised nearly $240,000 during that phone bank. I know you
Yep.
were here, so you saw a lot of those volunteers picking up the phones here. And this year,
Yeah.
we served 6,000 angels, so 5,000 kids and 1,000 seniors who will have just a fantastic, blessed Christmas.
Bright and early they were here. I remember. They
It
were
was like
here at
4
the same time that
a.m.
we started our show. Yeah, and speaking of which, I mean, just this week I also did a story with the iDrive district.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the hook on this. iDrive district has dozens of hotels. They're part of that. They're part of the iDrive district, obviously, and they adopted 500 angels this year,
Wow.
which is a major bounce back for the iDrive district because over the last few years they were dealing with the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously hotels had to shut down. A lot of these businesses were struggling. So over, last year they only donated 100, or they adopted rather 100 angels.
Yeah.
Now they adopted 500. And so, I mean, it's just incredible coming back from all of that for over since 2000, 2001, 2000, 2020, sorry, 2020 and 2021,
Mm-hmm.
and we saw all of that. I remember seeing iDrive completely empty with not anybody out there.
Yeah.
And now they're coming back, and it's an amazing. They held their event this week where they donated $1,000 plus for the Forgotten Angels to
That's
Captain Ken Chapman.
incredible.
It just reminds you again, people are not going to stop. They're going to try their very hard to always give back no matter what happens.
It takes a village. And for those of you not familiar
Yeah.
with the iDrive district, that's International Drive, a very touristy area, near the attractions. There's a lot of restaurants, hotels, hospitality there. So it's nice to see that they're very active in giving back to the community because, a lot of tourists, they go there, they stay there. We do sometimes. So it's nice to see the community coming together for such a great cause. And a reminder, distribution day next week. So Ezzy will be out there on Thursday. We're always live there from what the Hope Center, they call it.
The Joy Center.
The Joy Center.
Or Santa's Workshop. Either
Santa's
or
Workshop. We'll take them both.
Yeah.
So
it's a
Ezzy,
secret location. We can't tell you where it is, but we will be there.
we will be there all day live here on News 6. So you could watch it from News 6 Plus, click Orlando.com, and we'll give some updates on what's going on behind the scenes through Insider, as well as talking to some of the families and volunteers involved. So that will be on Thursday. We're going to start during the morning show, and you'll see us checking back in all day. We put a whole studio out there, so you'll get to see where all of your incredible donations and generosity is going. Thank you so much, Ezzy.
Yeah, you got it. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Friday.
All right, that's incredible. I love talking to Ezzy. She is just an incredible journalist and really takes it to heart when it comes to helping out other families. So very blessed to work with her. All right, let's move on to some transportation money because the White House announced that they are making an $8 billion investment into transportation, and $1 million of that is going towards Central Florida's rail system. So earlier today, we spoke with Mark Lehman, giving us an update on a story basically talking about plans to expand the Sunrail system. So we saw Brightline expanding their system from the Orlando International Airport all the way down to South Florida. Well, now some areas are trying to connect Sunrail to the Brightline station over at MCO and kind of take it all the way out to the East Coast to Brevard County and to some of the tourist districts. If you're talking about the Orlando Convention Center, the Orange County Convention Center, Disney Springs, some of those touristy areas, just to avoid some traffic. So we did speak with some folks who actually work at some of the theme parks, and they said this would be so beneficial for them to be able to have that kind of transportation without having to deal with traffic. So as soon as we get some updates on that, we'll let you know. But organizers say it could take 4 to 5 years before we see any kind of decision made or construction starting. All right, thank you for joining us with Breakfast with Bridgett. I'm Crystal Moyer filling in while she's on vacation. We're going to take a quick 30-second break, and I'll be right back. So stay tuned. back to Breakfast with Bridgett. I'm News 6 anchor and insider guide Crystal Moyer filling in while she is on vacation. So if you are a big football fan, we've got some great news because Mainland High School won their Class 3S championship. So we're really excited. It was a last-minute kick that got them the win over St. Augustine. And today, Cocoa High's football team will be competing in the Class 2S championship. And if they win today, it will be the second championship in 2 years. Mark Lehman was at the pep rally yesterday with all the excitement.
For an epic send-off. Cocoa High School football players soaking in their last moments on campus before heading to Tallahassee to play in the state championship.
It's been a fun journey, but we're looking forward to hopefully finishing off the right way.
Coach Ryan Schneider and the Tigers are no stranger to success. They took home the trophy last year and are on the hunt for another state title Friday night. It would be the 6th in school history. Having so much success last year, this year as well, what's your secret?
Really good football players and really good assistant coaches.
From the pep rally inside the gymnasium, and then comes a march through Cocoa High School. We got the football players, cheerleaders, marching band, everyone showing off their Tiger pride. And as the players made their way to the buses,
let's go Tigers!
We met one proud mama.
Oh, my son's name is Joshua Brown, number 2, but he is number 1 in my life.
Kathy Hamilton Brown taking part in the send-off for Cocoa after they outscored their opponents in the playoffs by 140 points. How excited are you as a mom?
I am excited. I am so excited. I'm about to ready to do a break dance out here.
Let's see it. Come on. There we go.
Go Tigers!
Just like the players, Kathy is also hitting the road. But you're going to be up in Tallahassee, right?
I'm going to Tallahassee today. I'm going back to Tally.
And no matter the outcome, the support will follow the Tigers all the way back home. So he's used to winning.
He's used to winning, and even if he doesn't win, he's still winning because it's a learning experience.
In Cocoa, Mark Lehman getting results, News 6.
That is a proud mama, Kathy Brown. Good luck, Cocoa High School. They won the championship last year, too, so we're really excited to see the outcome of this. They'll be playing Bradford High School out in Tallahassee. So Mama Brown will be out there. She is super excited, and we can't wait for our sports team to give us some updates later on tonight. All right, if you are a News 6 insider, we've got a ton of giveaways for you. And if you're not, what are you waiting for? It is free to sign up. You just need your email, you create a password, and then you'll be able to enter all of our freebies, giveaways, and get some exclusive content on our insider page. So right now, one of our contests going on is the Zoos, Central Florida Zoos, Asian Lantern Festival out of Sanford. We have a family 4-pack of tickets. If you've been, it's all brand new lanterns this year. Just an incredible experience. You get to go to the zoo at night. Everything is all lit up. There's a lot of holiday activities for kids and families and a lot of picture taking opportunities. If you want to get something for that IG, I just head to clickorlando.com/insider. We also have another giveaway. We are actually giving away 5 family 4-pack of tickets to Island H2O. I know what you're thinking. Why in the heck would I go to a water park when it's this cold? Well, they actually transform it into a holiday wonderland. So they're actually usually closed during the off season. So none of the water slides will be open or anything like that, but they do have slides, attractions, holiday inspired food and drinks for you to enjoy. So we have 20 tickets there to give away. And we also have some cash money, $750 for a holiday shopping spree. We're partnering with Dunkin' for that giveaway. Again, all you have to do is be a News 6 insider. Clickorlando.com/insider. It'll just take a few seconds to put in a username with your email and a password, and you'll have access to all of those incredible giveaways. And we have another one coming up, so just little teaser there. So thank you so much for joining us for Breakfast with Bridgett. I am Crystal Moyer. I hope you have a fantastic, wonderful weekend, and we will see you back on News 6 here on News 6 Plus app and clickorlando.com for News 6 at noon. Have a wonderful weekend.